Hi everyone. Today on Hello Susan, I'm going to do the flip through of the Vintage Bee journal that I did. Seemed like I did this one so fast because I had just got through with the double, which was of course twice as much work. But I think it turned out real pretty. I've got it a closure that just wraps around. Just like that. And we did the cover together. Don't you think it's pretty? I think it's pretty. I think it turned. I added a few more flowers than the day that we did it, and I got everything glued down real good. Okay, well let's go ahead and go inside. Okay, so this is the inside cover, and it's got a bee charm right there, and this is rayon seam binding that you just untie and open it up, and look at that. Isn't that pretty? Of course, the blue is very prominent in this book, and yellow as well. But it's got 3 tags here. This one, I did quite a bit of decorating to it. It's got some net and a little bunny and a bee and some trim. Bee there, butterfly that's all fussy cut. And then of course this is just some more. Look at that. Even busy bees stop and smell the roses. I thought that was pretty funny. Okay. And let's go ahead and close this back up, and I'll tie it after I get through. Let me make sure I'm in the center now that I got that all set up. Okay. So you open it up, and that's when the kit starts. Be Loved. Here's a half a page, and this is some cotton fabric that's blue and white. Got some applique here and an applique there. Here's a pocket with 2 tags in it, and if you remember, we do feature oranges in this journal. There's a bunny and a cluster. Look at the beehive. I did some filler pages with the beehive. Here's a cluster. Okay. We've got a half a page here. Well, not a half a page, but a smaller page with some trim. And this is there's lots of places for writing, absolutely. Pretty bird there. And here's a smaller page. And this is a flip up, and it's held down by this little birdhouse. And you can write in there. And it says, happiness is where you find it. Here's a pocket, and it's got a little bunny cluster there. And 2 tags, journal cards. There's a pot of oranges. And then it's got this ball trim here. I just did that one place because, you know, it can kind of get overwhelming. Okay, and here's a pocket with a postcard that's been embellished. And this is a little envelope that I embellished. And then it's got some little tags on the inside. So here's the oranges. And here's a paper clip with a bee charm. And this is a little tablet that I created with the belly band. So instead of using it as a belly band, I just made a tablet. See, it's on each side. I just folded it in half. And then I decorated the inside and inked it up real good and put a little bit of pages in there. Okay. Here's a cluster right here. Here's the applique. All about the bees. And here's a pocket with spread love wherever you go. And then there's 2 tags here. One says, anyone who thinks they're too small to make a difference has never met the honeybee. Love those birds right there. Here's another cluster. And here's some tags with lace on them. All the edges have lace. I did royal blue, light blue, and cream mostly. Here's some with a little bit of beige, but it has a yellow tint to it. And this is just some ribbon that I made a belly band. And then I did a large journal card. Isn't it pretty? I love it. Of course, blue is my favorite color, so it touches my heart there. This is the other belly band. I cut it in half and made 2 tags out of it. And then this right here, you hold on to the bird and you lift it up and it turns into 3 cards, and on 2 of them you can write. The other one turns into the pocket. Isn't that cute? Get back situated again. Here's a cluster. And this, I did some stamping in here too, so when you see these bees in this brown color, those are stamped. Here's an applique. There's that light blue lace I was telling you about. This one I actually put some bees on that filler page. This one says, "The hum of bees is the voice of the garden." There's a pocket with 2 tags in it. One is oranges and one is a southern belle, and a little bee cluster. Now here's just a little section that I tied up with a bow. But if you remember, we did the Matchbox journal, and I made another one, and this time I did a bee theme. So I put a bee on it, and I did the little beehive, and it says "Know Thyself." And you open it up, in case you didn't see that video, it's got a tiny journal inside. It's got words, sentiments, and it also's got pictures, and that fits just right inside there. I'm going to put that back in after the video's over. Let's go ahead and untie this. This is some new, I don't know what it's actually called. It's not sari silk. It's just some very pretty fabric that doesn't wrinkle real bad. And see, I put that matchbox just right there on that tie. And then it just works as a little dangle. Okay, so we can go ahead and open this up. And it says, "The flower doesn't dream of the bee, it blooms and the bee comes." And here's some ruffle with some trim. There's an applique and some trim. So I put some birds and I put some butterflies in too, because I know it's a bee journal, but all these other butterflies and birds, they're in the garden too. And I also put a little bit of pink in here because we do have some pink in the kit. And that's the end of that section that's tied up. And I'll go ahead and tie that back when we get through. And then here's a pocket with a cluster. And it's got 2 cards in it. One is a dish, and one is all the flowers with the beehive in it. Okay. Here's another little half page. See, there's another stamp, and there's an applique. It's a journal card with oranges. And this is an envelope that I decorated up. And it's got tags inside of it. I found this butterfly with this royal blue right there, and I thought, oh, that just goes perfect with this kit. And there's another bee charm right there on that paper clip. There's 3 charms altogether. Okay, and here's a cover of a book, a vintage book. It says Wings and Stings. And here's a cluster, and there's some more stamping. And then here's a little cluster down here too, of fussy cuts. That's a cluster. See, there's a little bit of pink in here. Not as much as everything else, but a little bit. And here's a poem about the bee. Journal spot with an orange branch. Don't you just love this blue? So rich. And here's another stamped bee. That's a fabric ruffle with some trim. And here's another pocket that's got a postcard that's been embellished and a tag of a beehive with a house on top of it. And here's a little bit of pink on that postcard. This says "Be well," playing on the bee. And then it's got a butterfly inside. And it's a secret place for you to journal. Here's another stamped bee. Here's a little cluster with lace and netting. They all have lace and netting. I used the same lace and the same netting on all the clusters. So it's got a very cohesive feel to it. Here's another cluster with that lace and net. And here's a pocket with 2 journal cards. There's a little half page, and it's got honey scones, so it's a recipe to make scones. And that's the back of the book. And this is an envelope that I decorated. You know how on the front we used all those paper flowers? Well, I had these 2 left over. So I went ahead and decorated the envelope. And then on the inside it says, "Isn't she lovely?" And when I asked that question, you can talk about the butterfly, you can talk about the bee, but I was thinking about the journal. And it's an envelope, and I haven't put anything in there. You can put whatever you want. And then that's the back of the journal. And it's a toile fabric, blue and white, and it's all inked around. Okay, so let me turn it back over again. And there it is. Well, thanks so much for watching me do the flip through. See you next time. Bye-bye.